Hi everybody, this is Jack Hurley, the Superintendent of Schools, back for an edition of Word from the Superintendent. As I'm here in the studio pretty much solo, I'm going to remove my mask so that, hopefully I'm a little bit clearer when I speak. And I want to take this opportunity, first of all, to, again, as we're approaching the end of the school year, the calendar year, I'm sorry, not the school year, to thank everybody for all that you've done both in and outside of school, not just this particular school year, but going back to March and even before. It's been an eventful 12 months here in the district and in the nation. So I appreciate how we've all worked together to try to stay safe and keep education going in the right direction. I want to provide you a couple of updates quickly on construction. We have spent so much time talking about the pandemic and about schools being open and how we're going to manage safety that we haven't spent as much time talking about the construction projects, but they are at or ahead of schedule at every site. And I hope you are keeping abreast through the website, the One Rutherford website, that we do update from time to time with information, with pictures and the like. Over at Pierpont, we've had steel delivered this week and is going to be getting erected as it comes in. That would be the framework of the new gymnasium that's going to be built on what was the lower field at Pierpont. So the foundation's been put in, and the steel is coming in this week and being erected. Over at Union School, the phase 1 is completed. That was the replacement of the floors, and now phase 2 is beginning, replacing the columns in the front of the building and then building the new gymnasium. And that will be followed by the second part of phase 2, which would be redoing the current gym into science labs. So right now, excavation's beginning on the back field as they're mobilizing there to start that work. The kindergarten center, all the interior work, or the great majority of it, is done, and work continues on the elevator outside, and the hope is that by April, shortly thereafter, that work will be finished. The classrooms at Lincoln are just about finished. Just a couple of punch list items to get done, and then those classrooms will be completed. And at the high school, the science labs are completed. Again, some punch list items, but waiting for furniture to arrive. But they're being used. They're operational, and we are going out to bid in the next, this week, as I speak, on the Mortimer Avenue Wing project, which is the last project to go out for bid. So, sometimes we've forgotten about how this construction going on in 5 buildings while school's in operation would have been the major story most years. But it's happening, it's going along at a good pace, and so far we are on schedule in each building. The updates on COVID really haven't changed very much. We have to continue to do the right things both in school and out of school. We are continuing to work closely with the Board of Health to monitor situations, to keep abreast of all data, so we make decisions based on trends and data both in the borough, in the schools, in the county, and in the state. As I've said many times, I'm in just about daily contact with the Board of Health and several times a week with county level officials and also state officials. I'll again ask you all to, over the holiday break, to keep in mind that the pandemic isn't taking a holiday, it's still there. And I know it's going to be difficult for all of us to maybe curtail some of what we've done in the past over vacation periods and over holiday breaks and Christmas and New Year's and the like. But I think this year is a different year. And to keep ourselves safe and keep each other safe, we have to do our best to maintain the practices that we've been working on each and every day here in school. If you should be traveling over the holiday, please alert the school to follow the travel quarantine when you come back. The quarantine period has been changed by the CDC and the Department of Health, but not in Bergen County as it applies to schools. However, as it applies to travel, it has. So if you do travel, please notify your school, and the quarantine period would be 10 days, or you could come back on day 7 if you go for a test on or after day 5. So please keep us informed of that. Do the right thing so that we can keep everybody safe. I did let the faculty and staff know, and maybe the word has spread to students. I also announced it at a Board of Ed meeting that despite what you've seen in some of the districts, if we have a snow day this year, a day that would warrant a snow day, we are taking the snow day. The state is allowing schools to go fully virtual, fully remote on what would be a snow day and count it as a day of school. We have 3 snow days in the calendar. You know, I think our students and our teachers and our parents have been looking at a computer screen during school hours since March. That's pretty much a full school year. And I think if we get a snow day, we'll take the traditional day to get a little mental health, relax, and enjoy the winter weather. Now, I say that I'm recording this on a day that a major storm is predicted to come in the next 24 hours. So you may actually hear about a snow day before you get a chance to view this video. But we will have them. And then, of course, if we use our 3, then I think we would revert to the fully virtual day so that we don't have to change the school calendar going forward. I mentioned the holidays. It's, you know, obviously things have been a little different, I'm sure, in your homes, in the community, at your workplace. They've been a little different here in the school. You know, we don't see the trays of cookies out everywhere, which is not a bad thing, as, you know, we worry about holiday pounds. We don't have as many of the celebrations with the students, the staff, the assemblies, as we've had in the past. But the things that haven't changed about the holiday season is the symbols of, regardless of what holiday, what you celebrate or how you celebrate it. All of these holidays at the winter time talk about reflection, talk about renewal, talk about hope. And as we close out a calendar year, we look back on all that we've accomplished, all the good that's come. We look at some of the bad and think about how we're going to move with resolutions and the like to improve on that. So this year is no different. It's time for reflection, it's time for rejoicing, it's time for hope, and it's time for preparation for the future. I was at a meeting the other day where someone said, you know, this year especially, there's a lot of things we won't be able to do over the holiday that we may have normally done, but think about some tradition, something you've done that maybe means the most to you, and make sure you do that one. Make sure you find something of the past to hold on to be a beacon going forward to the future. So, on behalf of the district, the entire district, the Board of Education, the faculty, the staff, the administration, I want to wish all of you a happy holiday season. For those of you that are celebrating Hanukkah, you're coming to an end now. I hope it was a wonderful one. For those of you celebrating Christmas and the New Year, enjoy it. Enjoy the time that you can to rest, reflect, relax, and be careful, be safe, and looking forward to seeing everyone for a better 2021. For now, this is Jack Hurley, the Superintendent of Schools. I'll see you next time.